Hello, good morning all. Today in this video we are going to discuss regarding how to read data from a CSV file and create a record inside Odoo database using XML RPC script. So what we are going to do is that we will be creating a Python script which reads data from a CSV file and it will create a record inside Odoo database using XML RPC connection. So in previous videos we have learned how to read data from a CSV file, and also we have covered the basics of XML RPC in Odoo, that is external API of Odoo. So yet if you haven't gone through those videos, feel free to go through those videos of Odoo external API. We have a playlist on that. And what we are going to do is that if I go to my files, here we have a file called patient.csv, and if I open that, this is the content of that file where we have name of the patients, age and their genders. So our intention is we will have a Python file which reads the data from this file, and it will create data in Odoo database, either it's a remote or wherever it is in localhost, everyone, it's not a problem, we can do that. So let's see how we can do that. So our file is located inside the videos folder and its name is patient.csv, and here we have a Python script called read from csv.py. So if I open that file, so this is the file that I have written, where you can see import CSV. So the CSV package has been imported to the file, and I'm opening with open patient.csv, and I'm getting content of that file. So let's run this file. So I'll run python read from csv.py, and if I run this, I'll be getting the result. So let me adjust this so you'll have a better understanding. So let me adjust something. Control S, and if I trigger it again after clearing my terminal, you can see we will be getting the contents from the file here inside our terminal, that is inside our Python script. So currently we have read the data from this file as follows using CSV with open give path to your file. We are opening in a read mode as a CSV file, then CSV reader equal to CSV dot reader CSV file, this one, then fields equal to next CSV reader. This is to exclude the first column. Then in each iteration we will be getting each line from the sheet. So we have successfully, we are able to read data from the CSV file. Now what we have to do, we have to create a connection with our Odoo database using XML RPC, and we have to transform or transfer the data from the sheet to the database. So let's see how we can do that. So we already have created many videos on external API. So if we go to our GitHub, this is odoomates, and we have created a new repository called Odoo samples, where you can find useful information about Odoo. So here we have the Odoo sample of Odoo 𝐭𝐡𝐢𝐬. You can just get it from here. This is engine sample. And regarding external API, we have updated or uploaded our sample codes which we have used in recording these videos, these external APIs here. So what I'll do is that I'll copy a couple of codes from here and I'll paste it inside our read from CSV file. So import xml rpc.client, and let me copy some things that I need to illustrate this video, and I'll explain what I'm doing. Don't worry, let me copy a couple of codes so you can and models we need the create, yes, this, and let me paste it here. So what we have done is we have just copied some sample codes which we already have illustrated before. So what I have done is here I have imported a package, import xml rpc dot client, similar to CSV. I have imported a package. Then here I'll configure my URL. So currently I'm going to import data to the my local host, and its URL is localhost 8015 and database name is DevDB. So here I have given my URL is this one, DevDB, and these are my credentials of Odoo database, that is admin. And here I have imported XML RPC.client. You can just copy this format URL. This URL will pass here, and this is authentication. We have to authenticate to create a record inside database. We must be authenticated, or else we should have some, what I can say, public user should have the create permission in that record, but currently patient records does not have public access to create. So I will authenticate it. Authentication is done as follows, and if authentication success, if UID, this will be called models.xml rpc client. This will be called, and here we can create a dictionary and pass it to the create method. So to which model we have to create data? We have to create data to hospital.patient. So I'll copy the model name and I'll add here, instead of res.partner, I'll put hospital.patient, create method, and vals will be this one. So what I have to do to the vals, I have to read from this file. So now I'll copy the code from here and I'll put it here. I'll put it here and let me adjust. Yes, name row of 1, row of 0, row of 0 as name. Then what, after age is coming, then age is row of 1, row of 1. And what we have, name, age, then gender. So gender, I'll add one more key, gender equal to row of 2. So I have created dynamically the vals. In each iteration, vals will be created, and these vals will be passed to create method of hospital.patient. So let's see what happens now. I'll save this file, Control S, and also let me remove unnecessary lines of codes and spaces. So it's done, Control S. And what I'll do, I'll go to my file and let me change the patient names, because all these patients are currently exist inside the database. So and total of 15 records. So I'll change these names. I'll put John and I'll put Mark, and what I can say, Joseph, then Ross, I'll put some random names, A, C, C, C. I have just changed the patient names. I'll save it, Control S, and let's clear the terminal and let's trigger the script. So I think there will be some exception on running the script. So let's see that. So you can see indentation expected. So there is some indentation problem. So we have to go back to the file. Yep. With open, we have to move it to inside this one. So let me trigger it again, and you can see wrong value for patient gender. So here you can see in this file we have gender as MALE, where M is capital, but if I come back to the database and if I place mouse over here, you can see its key is in small letter MALE. It should not be capital, it has to be small letter. So what I'll do is that I'll come back to here and I'll and a condition gender equal to male if row of 2 male else female, and I'll pass it to here. So the case is that in our file we have gender and female is starting with capital letter, but if you check the database, gender field is the key of the gender field is small letter male and female is in small letter, so we have to pass small letters. So I have added like this, control s, and let's clear the log and trigger it again, and you can see there is no error and everything runs smoothly. So these records are created. Now let's go back to our database and see. Right now we have around 30 records. So here you can see DDD, everything has been created. Sarah, if you check Sarah, no, Sarah is not there, it's Zara. And see, she's here. So this is how we can read data from a file and create corresponding records inside Odoo database. So here you can see all the records has been created successfully in the database. Female, and you can see everything has been created. So this is how we can read data from a CSV file and import those data into the Odoo database using an XML RPC script. So I hope you understood this video. If you have any doubts, feedbacks or suggestions, don't hesitate to share with us over the email, or you can directly comment under this video and try to connect us in social medias like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. So that's it for the day. Have a nice day. Thank you.